change a couple things. I don't know if you guys ever go to Steam, but there's this new thing for now. They have this Explore My Calendar. So I think it's just a new option where you have a calendar, and it gives you games that are releasing this month. This is new to me. This is apparently games that you might like according to the games that you purchase. These are kind of like upcoming games, and these are games that you can kind of see that are ahead of time. Some of these have like are pretty popular, like Astro Colony. That's pretty new. This is new. I never seen this. Snacktorio, Gothic. That looks interesting. So there's kind of an interesting algorithm that you kind of can see. Solar Punk. That's interesting. I'm thinking my algorithm's a little bit different. I'm getting probably like different sort of a view for my section on Steam. But that's kind of a good thing. The bad thing, I think that they changed. That it looks much different now. I don't know if you guys go to Steam, but sometimes I like to see popular upcoming, but they're indie games. I think it might make it a little bit harder to find indie games. So typically, normally before, this would be just incoming. It wouldn't be the popular incoming. But they made it now so that it has more wish lists. You're now able to see the top ones in here. I think discoverability will be a little bit harder for indie game devs. I think you still obviously need to do way more marketing than before. So I think it's gonna make it kind of interesting in that perspective. So I think maybe it might be harder. I don't know. I don't know. I really can't tell. To me, maybe this recommendation, the Explore My Calendar, could be something positive. I think maybe if you change it to where it only displays indie games, you can kind of display that. I mean, technically, I guess if you're a player and you only play AAA games, then maybe it won't be something that you want to get into. But I think if you're a true fan of indie games, you might get into something that you like. I think it could be something positive. I don't know. But I'll talk a little bit more on Wishlist 2 in just a moment. Wishlist 2 is really important. You'll notice in regards to Wishlist, I know I was going to talk about Wishlist 2. I know we had the conversation about Wishlist a little bit a while, and I was telling him a couple of my coworkers, because he has a Path of Exile, and he's got other games too. He's got like me. He also has like Doom. He's got the other Doom Evolution or Revelation, and I told him, hey, how's Doom? Because I've been wanting to play all the Doom games, but I haven't really had the time. And he told me, oh yeah, I purchased it, but I never installed. I was like, really? How come you haven't never installed it? It's like, well, I wanted to support the franchise, but I never got the chance to play it. And I don't know. For me, as a player, just thinking about it as a player, also as an indie game dev, like I said, I have been having this game for a long time wish list, which on back on September 27, 2018, I still have not been able to play Doom. And it's not because I don't want to play it, it's just I haven't had the time to play it. Right? And it's the same with other indie games. I had a couple of these indie games that I wishlist, but I never really had the chance to play it. Like this one, right? Reloader, or like this one, Replays. I just haven't had the chance to play them. But I want to support the indie game devs or the other games that I like. It helps the algorithm for one, and also for me, I just want to get really I want to have a little bit of time to play it. Like one day I'll probably say, you know what, I'm gonna purchase Doom, right? It's not so much of the money or the perspective. It's just really trying to find the time. Same with Alpine Lake. Make sure to give it a wish list. My buddy, Andrew's making it. He's in Japan, so yeah, definitely give him a wish list. It's just more of the time I'm trying to get the games. I get that. So many games take 100 hours. I don't have the time. I'm consistently working and learning. It's really difficult just to find the time. But if you really want to support a game, I think it's fine if you wishlist something. Just keep it on your wish list. Just say, hey, I'm going to wishlist, but I'm going to play it later. I'm going to hold off. Or you know what? Some people like what they do, like my coworker was doing. They just buy it and they never installed it. And also the bundles. Don't forget, sometimes you get these games, these indie games in bundles. So sometimes maybe you might get this Whack-A-Monster, or maybe one of these games, and then you can realize, I can just buy these games in a bundle. And eventually you realize, oh shoot, I forget about this game that I had in this bundle. And whenever you're like off and you have time off, you can play it. And it's the same with me. Like sometimes I just say, oh shoot, that's right, I forgot about, you know, Pull It or Die. Let me try to see if I can play it now that I have it, or now that I purchased it. It happens a lot of times. So for me, I try to support as much as I can. And if not, sometimes I'll just purchase it and I'll play like maybe 15 minutes of it. And I say, okay, I'm done. And then that's it. I don't get a refund or anything. I just play it for a little bit and I'm like, okay, I'm done. And then I totally forget about, like, you know, giving a review. I get bored easily as well. Yeah, it's not so much that I get bored. It's just kind of like, you want to try all the different games. And now that there's so many indie games or AAA games, AA games, you can't get enough time to get all the games to be played. It's just more of a timing. But yeah, if you want to support your indie game developer, or you want to like help someone out that's making a cool game, maybe you might like it or maybe you might not. You can wishlist it too. It helps you with the algorithm, especially now that Steam is doing this whole thing that's making it really difficult to get more into marketing. You can do that, or if not, just you can purchase it and then find some time to play it. Definitely purchasing the games are good, but not everybody's gonna have time. So usually it's kind of hard to convert those wish lists to purchases. Usually, like I would say, like maybe a third or 2/3 convert from wishlist to actual game. Ideally, 2/3 is pretty good, right? 3 out of 3 is perfect. That would be an excellent world, but 2/3 is not too bad. But I wouldn't take offense if somebody says, hey, I'm gonna wishlist, but eventually I'll purchase it. I understand, right? I totally get it. Sometimes you can purchase it and it's just you forget to install it or play it later. Yeah, spend a lot more money on idle than AAA because I respect that. See, there you go. Yeah, you can respect more of the indie games than instead of a AAA, and they're cheaper too, right? The indie games are a lot cheaper, and you can, like I said, you can play a little bit here, play a little bit there, 5-10 minutes, right? Eventually, you can get to all of them. You probably might not spend all like 2-3 hours playing it, but you're supported, and you might think, well, I'm supporting this indie game dev because I like him, right? I like this person, I like what they do, and yeah, that could be something that, you know, you can consider too. It doesn't necessarily always have to be purchased. In an ideal world, obviously, you want someone to play your game and enjoy it and beat it, but sometimes it's not possible. There's a lot of indie games I purchase and I still can't beat. Not because I don't want to, it's because I don't have the time. But I like the games, and I like the game developers. So it's nothing wrong with that. The shame of indie game is when they get great ideas, but then you buy gifts and then you give up. Makes it hard to justify no more gamer herds. Okay, so you're saying like subscriptions or Patreons and stuff like that? And then they give up. Yeah, it happens too. They sometimes give up. Sometimes like they're making a really cool game. They have their game developed, and also, oh dude, here's a cheer on YouTube or whatever. Here's like a like something. Now like on Steam, they just give up. It happens. Yeah, they just sometimes give up too.